From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Jake Tapper was on his show talking about the Trump trial where Michael Cohen, Trump's former lawyer, put in record a nickname that they used to refer to Trump as. And now that it's in record, Jake, I guess, is able to now say it on television. So here's Jake.
Okay, I apologize for this update ahead of time, but Todd Blanche, the Trump attorney, is specifically reading a post that Michael Cohen made on Twitter on April 22nd, in which he refers to Donald Trump as Von Pants. That is just a factual record that I am bringing before you. This is in the court transcript. Von Pants. Dana Bash, I know you want to weigh in on Von Pants.
On behalf of all of us.
You've taken care of it for all record, I have been calling it Von Poops and Pants for weeks now, but now it's a part of the official transcript.
I wonder how many times they had to say that in court.
I mean, I think he read the tweet maybe a couple times, but other
Just to
than
emphasize.
that, it's permanent record.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Rosamund Pike is joining Now You See Me 3. I love the Now You See Me movies.
Oh, those movies are so hype.
However, I will say that
Woody Harrelson, is he going to be in it too?
So they are bringing back Woody
Everyone's
Harrelson,
back?
Morgan Freeman, Isla Fisher, Jesse Eisenberg, and
Yes.
Dave Franco.
Good.
They're also introducing a bunch of new, I guess, next gen magicians.
Yeah.
The first Now You See Me is one of my favorite. Like, I love that movie.
Yeah.
However, one of the biggest fumbles in the history of Hollywood. Biggest fumbles in the history of Hollywood was how in the hell did they not call the sequel to Now You See Me, Now You Don't?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was discussed, and maybe they were like, nah, too obvious.
I think Roz was expecting a better reaction from
No, I wasn't at all.
Yeah.
You guys don't get it. Bunch
No,
of
I
numbskulls.
No, I understand.
No, you
You see
don't.
me, now you don't.
You know what that sounds like? When I do my catchphrases for the DM Deep Dive.
What did you call us? What's that?
What'd you call us?
Numbskulls.
Isn't it numbskull?
Yeah.
Why do you say it weird?
Numbskull? Numbskulls?
Numbskull.
Numbskull?
Yeah. What do you say? Numbskull?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nobody says numbskull.
Yeah, except for the fact that everybody says numbskull.
It's numbskull.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
How do you spell that?
No,
Shut
it's
up,
spelled
Maureen.
the same way.
It's the same way.
But you say it's so weird. Numbskull?
Yes.
Like Numbskullstiltskin?
Yes. No.
It's
First of all, it's.
I know. Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh, right.
I know that.
Right.
Well, I'm just trying to prove a point.
Right.
It's numbskull, not numbskull.
Numbskull. That's how you say it.
No, it's not.
Go find a video from the 30s. I bet you find somebody saying numbskull.
Well, that's the
Probably.
problem.
Are you?
in it?
No, but I'm telling you, you guys are like, you guys don't know. You don't
We
know.
weren't around in the 30s. What was it like?
That's not my problem.
I'm not looking at any video from
Life
the 30s.
existed before you existed.
Why do I feel like I'm in an old folks' home?
Right? Life existed. There was a lot of life going on before you existed.
Someone needs his morning pudding.
Yeah, but Ross, sometimes people like go by fast.
His morning pudding.
Oh, you guys are going to be the death of me, I swear to God.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Researchers in Australia have found that cardiovascular fitness can lower the risk of premature death, chronic disease, and complications from poor health by a staggering 20%.
Hey.
Cardiovascular fitness is the measure of how well your heart, lungs, and muscles work together to supply oxygen to the rest of your body. The higher your cardiovascular fitness level, they say, the more efficiently your body can transport and use oxygen. The team analyzed data from like a staggering 199 studies, including over 20 million participants.
Wow.
The results striking, they say. People with high fitness levels had a 41 to 53% lower risk of premature death from any cause compared to those with lower fitness.
So what are you saying?
They say the message is quite simple. If you do a lot of huff and puff exercising, they say, quote unquote, then your risk of dying early or developing disease in the future is greatly reduced. So
See,
there
this
you
is
go.
why I train for half marathons.
No, you do that for clout.
What? No,
Let me find
no,
the part
I
of the study
don't.
that deals with clout.
You know what? Go
Hold on
eat your
here.
damn pudding and complain about more things, okay,
Wow,
Roz?
why is everyone so mad at me? Why is everyone so mad at me? I don't even know what I did. I didn't do anything.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Halton Regional Police are warning parents and students about the damages of an increasingly popular game where teens hunt each other in public with water guns and Nerf guns. Police say that they've responded to 4 calls related to, quote unquote, the Assassin's game in the past. That is just in one day, including cases where the guns resembled real firearms, they say. One incident has resulted in charges being laid against 2 Georgetown youths.
Yo, Georgetown wilding out. Well, go on, Georgetown.
You do your thing, Georgetown.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jeff Goldblum has told his kids that they're going to need to get jobs when they grow up. So he said he's adamant that his kids will need to work to support themselves when they get older, saying, hey, you know, you got to row your own boat. Going on to say it's an important thing to teach kids that I'm not going to do it for you, and you're not going to want me to do it for you. First of all, what is the point of having a rich boomer dad if they're not going to take care of you? Also, I don't want to say this part out loud. Okay?
But say it out loud. Say it with your chest.
Jeff Goldblum is 71. Jeff Goldblum's 2 kids are 8 and 6.
Yikes.
Jeff Goldblum's not going to be around when they're grown up.
Oh, yeah, that money's theirs. They just got to play the long game. Or short game in this case.
When his youngest is 30, let's just say everything works out. Jeff Goldblum's going to be 95.
No.
Row this, Dad.
Yeah. He's with the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Come on now.
When you're 71 and you have 2 kids who are 8 and 6, and you're doing you're not getting any of this when you're grown,
yeah,
I'm going to be like,
okay, Dad.
Cool. Yeah.
We'll see. No problem.
No, bro. Right? I wouldn't want you to, Dad. Yeah. I wouldn't want you to.
Loud and clear.
Oh, yes.
No problem.
Okay, 71 with a 6-year-old.
Yo, Ma, you hear it? You hear this, Joker?
How do you have the energy to do that? 71 with a 6-year-old. I don't even know. I couldn't imagine. 71 with a 6-year-old. Like, you got a 7-year-old at home.
Yeah.
Right? It's exhausting.
Yesterday,
having a 7-year-old.
in the backyard, we played baseball, basketball, hockey, ripped around with one of his RC cars.
Yeah.
And that was all within like a 45-minute period.
Yes. Yes. And then you looked at him and was like, none of this is going to be yours, you know, right? Yeah. You're going to have to work your own way.
Go get a job.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ryan Gosling was talking to Jimmy Kimmel last night. I guess when Ryan was young. I don't even know what movie this was, but he starred in a movie with Burt Reynolds and idolized Burt Reynolds.
I was like 13, 14.
Did you get time with Burt?
It's complicated. Because I thought he took a shine to me. I thought he thought there was something special about me. And then I realized that I have a really beautiful mom.
So your mom was on set with you?
He was just kind of interested. It was like I was getting like a secondary shine. The real shine was from my mom, and I was like, oh, this is secondary shine.
How long did it take you to figure that out?
I wish I had found out sooner.
Did your mom, was she flattered by that?
Oh my God, she loved it. Yeah.
Oh man,
are you kidding me?
If they'd gotten married,
nothing happened, okay? Just saying, he just liked he was just like, oh.
You could have been Ryan Reynolds had that worked out.
That was Frankenstein of me in 1996.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I got it. One more thing quickly before I go. Shem, this is for you. I just discovered something by accident that you can pass on to all the other creepers.
Wait, hold on.
No. It's good news. It's good. It's good news. It's good news. It's gonna help you.
Talk to me.
These
Okay.
nuts.
So on Instagram, one of the flaws of Instagram has always been that if somebody likes your pic or whatever, and you click on their profile, their tiny little circle pic, you can never tell what it is. I'm like, is that a guy with a guitar? And then you're like, no, that's a cheeseburger, right? Like it's so difficult to tell. Now on Instagram, and I just realized this now, Shemi, that if you go to somebody's Instagram account and you click on that little picture, it expands for you now.
Wait, hold on.
You guys didn't know this?
Shut up, Marie. I'm breaking news here.
Okay.
I'm going to go to yours, Roz.
That has been in existence.
Thank you.
Does like that.
Like that. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Shem. Butt out.
Come on, guys.
But that
moment.
That has been in existence forever, guys.
Mine just did it.
There's no way.
No, you just figured it out.
No. Mine just did it. Just like I have a different Instagram. For a long time, I had a different Instagram than everybody else. You know how all your tabs, like the background will be blue? Uh-huh. For 6 months, mine were all black.
Hey, man,
Maria, go ahead.
It's called update your phone.
What do you mean?
Update the
my
app.
My phone updates all the time.
Really?
But you can't
So what you're describing with the picture, right, is if you could click on as if you're going to check somebody's stories. If they don't have any stories, you can still click on that picture, and that's why it expands.
Yeah, I was going to say, if they have a story, you can't do it.
You can't do that when they have stories posted.
Okay, listen, I'm
and
telling
it's
you.
been that way.
Was your Instagram black?
My Instagram is like all colors.
No,
What do you mean
no.
black?
The tabs, like
Let
you
me
know
see,
when
show me.
Okay,
You could also have it in dark mode.
I think mine's back. I don't have it in dark mode.
Well, maybe you're clicking buttons you don't know.
No, I don't even know how to look at this anymore.
See?
I don't even know.
Bro, you
shush.
You're
Okay?
lost.
Just stop. I'm not.
You know
lost.
what though? New discovery for
exactly.
Roz
It's
today.
not a new discovery for me.
Hey, congratulations!
Why am I? Look at. Well, I don't know how did Shem skate on all this? Did you see the look? Did you see the look on his face?
Shem!
The old guy is coming out.
See, look at that. Us young people showing y'all how it's done.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We got so much to get through from the Roast of Tom Brady that was live on Netflix yesterday. Was it 3 hours?
3
Oh,
hours.
Time for that?
my God.
It's worth it, though.
That's what happens when you do live, right? Like, they're always 3 hours, and then they cut it into 90 minutes, right?
Are they going to do that with this?
No,
for Netflix?
no. It's just, it was live on Netflix.
No, but I can't go back and watch it now?
No, you can. Yeah, but they're not going to
3
do
hours?
it. Yeah.
No.
Okay,
Sorry, Tom.
Okay. We have so much to get to, but we'll start with the Kevin Hart stuff. So, first of all, here is Kevin Hart on the red carpet before the roast, talking to E.T. about whether or not this will affect his friendship.
Will Tom go to the party and be happy with y'all after this?
I'm expecting to lose the relationship with Tom after
Oh,
this.
no.
I've already come in with that.
You're letting it go.
I'll let it go. Okay. I understand. I'm not looking for the friendship after today. We've had a great run.
Right.
Yeah, we've been good.
And after this, it could be over.
It could be, depending on Tom. I'm joking. Tom knows I love him. He knows all my stuff is coming from a place of fun and good heart. But I do have a job to do. I have a job to do.
So, what about the other folks, too? Because the great roast host hit the other folks, too.
Yes, nobody's off limits.
Damn.
And the big question was whether Giselle was going to A, be there or B, participate. She was there.
Oh, great.
She didn't take the stage, but
Was she laughing and stuff?
They never showed her.
They never showed her?
Not once.
But yeah, so because the question was like, somebody has to go to Giselle and say, listen, we're going to do a lot of stuff here. You have to be cool with this, right? Otherwise, it all just falls flat. Nobody wants to make somebody that upset because there was a lot of Giselle.
It was almost the roast of her.
Single life is what you deserve because you had no choice. Giselle gave you an ultimatum. Giselle said, you retire or we're done. That's what she said to you, Tom. You retire or we're done.
Uh-oh.
Let me tell you something. When you got a chance to go 8 and 9 and all it will cost you is your wife and your kids, you got to do what the you got to do. Do you understand me?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You got to do it. You got to do it. You know what that's called, Tom? You know what that's called? That's called real nigga shit. That's what that's called, Tom. Yeah, Tom. F them kids.
Okay.
Damn. No wonder they didn't show her reaction.
Here's more of Kevin Hart.
This is also a good time to say, man, I love the fact that you and Giselle are finding the way to co-parent and still keep it together, man. Giselle is actually here supporting you tonight, but just in full transparency, she came as Antonio Brown's +1. How does that? What? What did I say?
Oh my God! Bro, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. I love Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart was great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Madonna did a free show in Rio last night. 1.6 million people showed up.
Wow.
Was this the finale? Was this the end of the tour, more?
The end of the tour, but a lot of people are saying the end of her career, like this is her farewell.
Yeah,
thank God.
Yeah.
What the- no.
I don't know if you saw what she did on stage last night, but I just sent everybody an email with a clip of a little clip of one of her performances. I don't know if she went this hard in all her performances, but this is Madonna that you're going to see with a backup dancer behind her, where the backup dancer's hand is sort of down south.
What?
Yeah, I haven't gotten an email yet.
You will. It's got to go to space.
I got it here.
Where the hand is sort of down south, and Madonna's hand's like on top of her hand, and this was on the big screens in front of 1.6 million people.
Oh, here we go.
Does the
Go ahead, Shem.
does the dancer have like a?
Yeah. Don't worry about the face, Shem.
Yeah, that's all I can
No,
see.
don't.
Oh, the mat.
Oh,
Oh my God! What the hell?
A little extreme. I'm sorry.
Closed window.
That's how you end a tour.
No, that is not how you end the tour.
I'm mesmerized.
Shem Roy.
Did she do this in the Toronto show more?
Of course she did.
That same thing?
The
That's part
exact
of the
same
act?
thing. How has nobody talked about this before?
Why do you think the tour is so many dates?
Don't you
Oh,
think?
shush.
I remember when she did her Truth or Dare documentary, where they were going to kick her out of. Cops were at the show at Skydome at the time, and they were going to shut her down if she. Because that was like the whole thing. And then she went off, and then the cops went off because they were just so terrified. Like police showed up. Police were the side of the stage.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Right.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
I can't watch that.
So
She paid tribute
embarrassing.
to that in Toronto with the same bed and cops carrying, like fake cops carrying her off the stage.
God. Yeah.
Shem, close the window. Can you?
Yeah, I know. Shem's still watching. Come on, man. We got to move on, Shemmy.
Oh my God, yes.
Shem Small, what do you think about the Madonna show?
Oh my God, yes.
Shem.
Poor woman.
Shem's.
Who,
Shem
the
can't
one behind
even. Shem
Madonna?
can't even speak right now, Ma. What do you think?
So embarrassing.
Shem still got that window open. What are you watching, Shem?
Oh, yeah.
My mom did nothing to deserve this, you know.
So embarrassing.
I can't with this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it goes like that. Anyway, I'm done. That's fine. Can't get any better than that.
Oh my God, yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
The Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud continues to escalate with Drake releasing a new track last night called The Heart Part 6. So both Drake and Kendrick have been going back and forth at each other. Drake has accused Kendrick of physically abusing his partner, and then Kendrick suggested that Drake is a hidden love child. In his last few tracks, Kendrick has also focused on allegations that Drake is a sexual predator. And in the song, I guess it was called Meet the Grahams, which came out on the 3rd, he directly accuses Drake of harboring sex offenders at his OVO label, and even called him a pervert for his alleged interest in younger women. He also said that we got to raise our daughters to know there's no predators like him lurking.
Let me tell you how this story between Kendrick and Drake has been in my life and Shem's life for the past 3 weeks. And that's all we talk about. And our weekend was...
Yeah.
The text was just like blowing up.
And then Drake denied all those allegations in the Heart Part 6. So anyway,
And Maria's sick and tired of hearing us talk about it.
Just two grown-ass men singing to each other.
Just thank
about
you.
how they hate
Thank
each other.
you.
Like, just grow up.
Right. They're serenading each other, right?
Yeah, like if you just want to serenade each other, get in a room and just start singing.
Yeah.
Relax, Maria. This much more deeper than that.
Okay.
It's really not.
It's really
It's really not. It is not much more deep than that.
It's not.
It is not.
Shem.
This is hip hop, man.
Facts. This is just.
No.
I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. Maybe I'll write a song
This
about
is
them
important.
rapping
No.
to each other.
This is important stuff here, guys.
It seems fronting to me. You know what I mean?
Just seems like so much attention.
Can you guys
Yeah.
Have a conversation. Be a man. Get over it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Be grown.
Thank you. Anyways,
I'm getting angry.
thank you. Maybe you should rap about it.
Oh.
Maria.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Fall Guy, I thought this movie was going to crush this weekend. Fell way short of expectations.
It came out
way short, yeah.
Oh, yikes.
So The Fall Guy was projected to do between 30 and 40 mil.
Yeah.
Because it cost 140 mil to produce. North America, it came in at just 28.5. And then globally, $65.4 million. So way, way under expectations for what they thought that the movie was going to do.
The trailer looks amazing, though.
The whole movie looks great, and the reviews were great. And I don't know what was going on this weekend, but people they weren't vibing Ryan Gosling in this. It's kind of crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Roast of Tom Brady. We'll get to more of this now. This was live on Netflix. It was 3 hours long. Kim Kardashian was there, and when they brought her out because of that roasting fan base, she got booed.
Guys, next for a very special toast, right? This toast has to come from somebody worthy of a moment as such. A special friend and a special lady, Kim Kardashian. Come on.
Okay, it's all good so far. All good so far.
Doesn't sound that bad.
No. Wait until she says hello.
So much, Kevin. Well, thank you.
Oh, there it is. Oh, no.
I know a lot of people make fun of your height.
Oh, no.
So, and then Kev comes out. I will say this, though. If you watch the clip, Kim Kardashian, give her all the credit because she weathered the boos and won over the crowd with great jokes. So here's Kim K.
Okay, but I'm really here tonight for Tom. I wasn't going to come tonight, but since I'm not here as Tom's date, there's still a good chance I might. Speaking of Tom and I dating, I know there were some rumors that we were, and I'd never say if we did or not. I'd just release the tape.
Damn.
But I do know it would never work out. An ex-athlete, high cheekbones, silky hair. You remind me too much of my stepdad now. Honestly, it's hard for me to watch people roast you, but I think enough of my family members have helped defend former football players. I'm just here tonight to support you and celebrate you. Retirement isn't easy. It can be a lot like a bad breakup. So I'll give you the same advice that I give all my exes. Good luck knowing the best is behind you. Congratulations, Tom. Cheers, everyone, to Tom Brady.
They wrote her some great stuff.
I like that last line.
They did.
Big up to her writers.
They wrote her some great stuff. And then here is Tom Brady talking about Kim K.
Kim Kardashian, thank you so much for being here. I know Kim was terrified to be here tonight. Not because of this, but because her kids are home with their dad.
Oh, shoot! Oh, my God. The Roast of Tom Brady. Yo, they had some amazing writers.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Gisele Bündchen is apparently deeply disappointed by the disrespectful portrayal of her marriage to Tom Brady after the roast on Netflix. Source told People magazine that Gisele was left fuming at the special, saying that she was deeply disappointed. And they go on to say, as always, Gisele's priority is to support her children who were affected by the irresponsible content that was broadcast.
Were they there?
I don't know. I heard at first they were, but I don't know if they were or not.
Well, Kevin Hart said so.
Right. Yeah, he did, right?
Yeah, he said during the show. He said,
They never showed the kids, though, right?
No,
not the kids would definitely not be there. So the two kids, Benjamin, 13, and then Vivian, who is 10. And now she, I guess, is with Joaquim, who was her jiu-jitsu instructor. That's her.
The guy
that's her new boyfriend. And
it was rumored, right?
Yeah,
that same dude.
Yeah.
All right.
And so this is. I'll play a clip. This is Nikki Glazer, who was one of the great roasters on Sunday.
Tom Brady, 5-time Super Bowl MVP, most career wins, most career touchdowns. You have 7 rings. Well, 8 now that Gisele gave hers back, but.
Oh, damn, son.
Sorry, Tom. Tom, the only thing dumber than you saying yes to this roast was when you said, hey, babe, you should try jiu-jitsu. I think that was... Oh, shoot. That's gotta suck.
Oh, damn. That's...
So apparently...
That's not...
So embarrassing.
Gisele not happy at all with any of that.
Damn, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It was locker clean-out day for the Toronto Maple Leafs yesterday. By the way, Boston won last
clapping
night.
for locker clean out day.
Yes.
It's so sad.
Some of them jabronis got to go, like, for life.
You know what? I agree.
Mitch Marner, he's really taken a lot of heat, and everybody going in on him for this comment. Did you hear this comment where he referred to themselves as gods?
Yeah.
I've expressed my love for this place, this city. Obviously, I've grown up here, so we'll start thinking about that now, and trying to figure something out.
What does it mean to be a Maple Leaf?
It means the world. Obviously, we're looked upon as kind of gods here, to be honest, and something that you really appreciate, and the love that you get here from this fan base and this attention is kind of none like any other. So you saw it with the Raps a couple years ago, the love that they still have for a lot of those players that they had to trade off this year. And that's kind of the love you want.
As gods?
Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
I sort of do understand a little. It's just you don't say this after the performance you just had, right?
Yeah.
That's
You could say you're very popular with the fans.
No, but I think that I understand what he's trying to say. Like, he grew up here, right? Like, when he says you looked at as gods, like, I don't think anyway he's so much thinking of himself as opposed to when he was a kid, the way that he looked at people like Doug Gilmour, Darcy Tucker, Matt Sundin, all of those guys, right? Like, I think that he went, because the question was, what does it mean to be a part of this team? And he grew up idolizing those people, and now he's one of them, right?
Yeah, he knows what the Leafs mean to this market.
Yes.
And that's all he's really saying.
Right.
Yeah.
I just
Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Big stretch of Yonge Street's going to be off limits this weekend because of the Sporting Life 10K run.
Oh, man.
On Sunday.
Thousands of people show up for that.
The route is almost entirely downhill on Yonge. So I guess
beautiful.
I guess it starts like from Eglinton down to Davisville. And then that's going to be shut down from 4 a.m. for the starting line, and then it wiggles around Wellington down to Bay, down to Lakeshore, and then ending up at the CNE. So that whole stretch is just going to be a disaster.
A mess. Yeah.
It's going to be a mess.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see this crazy ass story? This city sometimes, man, I tell you. There's a lot of great things about Toronto. Like I always say, listen, we have a strip club that is attached to a church, right? Not many cities have that.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth!
That's like some of the cool things we have in the city. Some of the lame things we have in the city is that we have a dead-end highway called Allen, right? That's a lame thing we have in the city. The other lame thing we have in the city is, I don't know if you saw this, about this baseball diamond in the West End down at Bloor and Lansdowne. So they built this baseball diamond has been there forever. And then at some point in 2018, 2019, they built condos beside it.
Okay.
And the people who moved into the condos started complaining about the noise, about balls, about rowdiness on this baseball diamond. So there was a set of rules that were put up on the fence at a baseball diamond.
Okay.
Let me read you the rules, okay? No alcohol consumption. Fine, fair enough, right? Underhand pitching only.
Okay.
Use of hard balls is not permitted. Aluminum bats are not permitted because the ping is too loud.
Yeah.
Competitive high-level play is not allowed.
It's a game.
Balls must remain in the park.
No.
And at number 4, home runs are not allowed.
Okay.
Who the hell came up with those rules?
The city councilor. The counselor. They caved. The people in the condos complained.
That's so dumb.
And then they caved. So I guess they put up some sort of netting, right?
Yeah.
And then
to prevent home runs?
So to prevent it from going into where the condo is. So
the field was there first.
Thank you. So they put up the netting. So they're putting up new signs that no longer say home runs are not allowed. However, this sign will still read that all balls must remain within the park enclosure.
No.
Which basically is saying no home runs allowed.
If I'm playing baseball, you damn right I'm going to go for a dinger.
No hard balls. No aluminum bats.
That's stupid.
No competitive high-level play. No home runs. Underhand pitching only. All balls must remain in the park.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Thank you.
It's a baseball diamond.
Thank you.
And it was there before the condos.
It certainly was there before the condos. But everybody who
They
lives
might as
there-
well just put up a sign that says no fun allowed.
Yes.
Or do not use this
this
field.
Yeah. I think that if you decoded this message, that's exactly what would read. I'm sure if I studied this hard enough, it would be no fun allowed. Right?
That's the dumbest thing.
How do you put no home runs permitted? What? Like, we're so lame. We're so lame.
Or just change the baseball field to like a soccer field.
But no, stop enough with your soccer, Maria. Okay, there's soccer. There's plenty of soccer fields. Okay, we're allowed to have baseball.
Yeah,
Okay,
maybe relocate the
enough
baseball.
with no, enough. We're talking about baseball.
Yeah, but you can't even play baseball.
No.
You can't play baseball, so what's the point of using it?
That's your answer for everything. What about soccer?
You know he's serious when he puts his hand up like that,
Okay.
right?
No. Okay. There's plenty of places for football. Okay.
Yeah. I think that whoever that counselor is that said yes to all those rules, like, you really did a disservice to that community.
I don't know.
A disservice would not be putting. Wait, no, what?
Yeah, okay,
There would be no disservice.
Hey, Maria, ladies and gentlemen.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, did you see the new Superman suit?
No.
James Gunn posted a picture of it.
I saw the logo.
No.
From like weeks ago.
They posted a picture. DC posted a picture of it. Hold on. The first thing fans noticed, well, this is what they say. The first things fans notice is that the suit it's
Why
like
does this guy look like Henry Cavill?
it's dirty and weathered because he's been in like a lot of action. However, what fans actually noticed was that the suit seems baggy.
Yeah, it does.
And 2, the
boots are too big.
And the red underpants are back.
Hold on. Those boots look like the remember those oversized Misfit
Yeah.
boots that people were wearing for a minute?
Yeah.
That's what these look like.
But there's only one photo. How could they get all that information?
Because you look at the shoulders. I don't know what they did to the shoulders of
No, but I
the
don't
suit,
see
but
the-
it's like ridges. Oh, they've
the red undies.
They've recaptured and messed with the exposure on that picture. Like
Oh.
everybody's gone deep into this picture. But look at the shoulders. Like, see how it's kind of bunched up on the shoulders?
Yeah.
Right? So fans aren't happy about that. They're like, what's going on there? And then when you look at the sleeves where the like on around his wrists, like normally in all the other Superman costumes, it's tight.
Yeah,
And
super
that's
tight.
loose.
Maybe they're going for a more like comfy, relaxed, loose-fitted,
Superman. This Superman don't lift.
athleisure.
No,
but nobody wants. That's how. Like,
you want swole Superman?
Yes,
with that suit tight.
Yes, nobody wants Lululemon
Guy
Superman.
in a comfy outfit looks good. Maybe they're going for more of a relaxed look this time.
Athleisure.
He's Superman.
Steel. Nobody wants that.
You can still see his muscles. You see his biceps and shoulders looking great still. He's fine.
That's not all you can see.
What are you looking at, Shem?
My bad.
Fans aren't. I don't know. How do you feel about the red underpants, Mocha, making a comeback? Because Zack Snyder got rid of the red underpants.
I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice?
No.
That he got
fine
rid
with
of the
it.
red underpants?
Yeah, didn't even
Really,
notice.
huh?
I just
Okay.
assumed it was a standard suit.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
Are they like on top of the suit, the red underpants?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so they're like a third piece of equipment.
They're well. It's
No, it's just on the outside. It's like
just on the outside.
he just puts it on.
Wait, so it's not a onesie?
No, so he's wearing a onesie, and then he
Yes.
put his underwear on last.
Okay.
So like men at the gym
you
who
ne-
wear tights under their shorts.
Thank you. Have you never seen
Superman?
Okay, that's kind of weird to me.
You've never seen Superman?
Yeah, but like I thought the underpants.
Have you ever seen Superman?
Actually, I don't think I have.
No, I don't think you have.
No, not at all.
I think this is the first
Based on all
time.
your answers right now that you've been giving.
Yeah.
You're like defending this guy.
I just don't think
That's
the
not our Superman.
underpants-
That's not our Superman.
You've never seen. Okay.
Shem, what
Anyway.
do you think?
Okay.
You know,
Okay. No,
Athleisure,
don't-
right?
No. Stop, all of you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody stop.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tiffany Haddish was on the Dax Shepard podcast, and I guess like right before she showed up to do the podcast, she got in a car accident. And so here is Tiffany explaining everything that went down to Dax.
It's a different experience when you're famous and you get in a car accident.
I was trying to decide if I was going to act like I was up.
For them.
Yeah, when the car spun around, I was sitting there, I was trembling a little bit, and I was like, where did my phone go? Because it flew out of the holder, and it hit me in the arm and the leg, and I was like, where's the phone? And then I picked the phone up off the floor, and then I was like, let me try to get the car out of the middle of the road, and thank God nobody was coming from the other direction.
Yeah, because you got knocked into oncoming traffic, and thankfully there was no traffic.
And so I tried to push the car over. It did not want to go. I was like, come on, Tiffany, you can do it. Get over there to the side of the road, girl. And I pushed her over, and you hear the car go,
Yeah. It fought. There was a big, long rubber mark where you had driven it down the road with 3 wheels.
And if you paid attention, you could see the spin in the middle. And I didn't step on the brake either because, you know, they say don't pound on the brake.
Okay. So you had a moment, though, where you were thinking about acting super injured?
Yeah. So my first thought was jump out this car, cuss these motherfuckers out.
Right.
That was my first thought. You motherfuckers, you didn't hear me honking at you? How do you stop? That's what I wanted to do. Then I was like, you're famous. Do not behave that way. That's inappropriate. And then I see the guy get out the car and he's walking towards me and he's like, are you okay? He said, oh, I hit my favorite person. And I'm holding the phone and I'm like, who do I call first? Who do I call first? And I'm trembling and I'm like, did I this guy before? Do I know him? And I'm like trembling. I'm looking at him walking up and I'm like, maybe I bought weed from him back in the day.
You're forgetting that he knows you from television?
I'm just wondering, do I know him?
Okay.
Right. And he kept saying, are you all right? Are you good? And I rolled the window down and I said, I guess, maybe.
I love her so much.
But that's the thing. Do you fake it? Like Maury got hit by Maury walked
Got
into an
brushed
Uber.
by a car.
Okay, I have witnesses.
Okay, and Maury really hammed that up. Like
Ah!
Maury
Yo,
made
you
that
got a new
decision on the
jacket
spot.
out of it.
Maury made that decision of like, do I crank this up? Like, noticed it was an Uber, being like, okay, capitalize.
So Maury got a brand new jacket out of this.
Yes,
That's all I got.
Yes.
Maury
What were you
also-
hoping
Oh,
for?
no, sorry.
Wait,
I got.
no. Maury got physio. He was
Yes.
able to expense physio, but only for one leg.
Right. Yes, right.
The one side that got hurt.
They're very specific, those insurance companies.
Yeah, they're like, where'd you get hit?
Very specific.
And I asked,
side.
like, at the time, I'm like, can you massage the other? Like, no, I'm not allowed.
No.
Yeah. No, I can, but you got to pay for it. Maria, going back to Tiffany Haddish. Maria, did you ever hear the time when Roz was like super flirty with Tiffany Haddish?
Yes, I have heard it.
You in love with me?
I'm in love with you. I've loved you forever.
Are you, so you hitting on me right now?
No.
That's like my favorite. Anytime I hear Tiffany Haddish, I think of this clip.
You in love with me?
I'm in love with you. I've loved you forever.
Are you, so you hitting on me right now?
No.
That was the second time. The first time is when I was in front of her, and there was somebody else there too. I think it was Tyler Perry, and she was super flirty with me, talking about how she didn't notice a wedding ring on my hand and asked me if I had health care. Like, she was like getting really in there.
And even back then, you were like,
no.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Police presence out in front of Drake's house this morning on the bridle path, possibly in connection with a shooting that happened. There was 2 shootings in the city last night, one near Drake's place and then the other one over near the Allen. Toronto Police Services tweeted out the one at Bayview and Lawrence. This is the one that's right around the corner from where Drake lives. They say reports of a shooting. Police on the scene, man transported to hospital with serious injuries. Suspect fled in a vehicle, unknown description. But if you look now, we were just watching on the news that there's a bunch of cop cars out in front of Drake's house. So
Kendrick send the Compton Goons?
Hey, you know what I just found out about that whole Kendrick Drake thing? Is they have the same manager, right?
The same manager?
The same manager.
Or management company?
No, the same manager.
No.
The same guy.
No.
Yes, they do. His name is Brent Smith.
That sounds like a made-up name.
It's not.
Brent Smith?
Brent Smith look it up, from Wasserman Music. Look it up.
So does that mean this could all be fake?
Nah, there's no way.
Well, he's either cashing in or he's having the worst week of his life. One of the two.
Yeah.
Both.
He represents Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler, the Creator, and John Legend.
Thank you.
Among a few.
Thank you.
No. Yo, you don't want to smoke with John Legend. That guy sing your ass straight out of the music industry.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yesterday, Hamas said that they told Qatar and Egypt that they had accepted their proposal for a ceasefire and hostage deal. However, Israel said the terms that Hamas had accepted were still very far from meeting its requirements and core demands, and reiterated its commitment to an offensive in the southern Gazan city of Rafah, saying its war cabinet had unanimously decided to continue with the operation to exert military pressure on Hamas. It did agree, though, to send a delegation to the mediators for further talks. More than 1 million Palestinians have fled to Rafah, where Hamas is believed to have regrouped, and these ceasefire talks will continue today. So that's the latest on. Everybody thought it was over yesterday. Hamas had accepted a thing, and then it wasn't a thing, and now it's going to be an even bigger thing.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Emily Blunt was doing an interview with Howard Stern the other day where she talked about chemistry with co-stars. And now everybody's become a detective, because she said that sometimes you have like not even no chemistry, but like the actual like opposite of chemistry, where she was asked if she ever wanted to throw up after kissing somebody in a scene. And she said, absolutely, absolutely. I wouldn't say it's sort of extreme loathing, but I've definitely not enjoyed some of it. So now everybody's trying to be a detective going through all of her male co-stars that a bunch of people are saying John Krasinski was hysterical to me because they're married.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But wouldn't that be great if like you like kissing your husband, but you can't stand kissing him in a movie? Wouldn't that be amazing if that was if
she
it
was
was
like, ew,
if it was
gross,
him?
get away from me.
Right?
Anyway, what do you want for dinner tonight?
You
picking up the kids from school?
Benicio del Toro. People are
yeah.
saying maybe it's that guy.
I bet you.
Because he looks like he's got yeah.
He looks like a gross guy to kiss.
Yeah. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon?
Matt Damon's, he's on the list. Wow. Jason Segel.
No.
You don't think so? No. What about The Rock?
There's no way.
You don't think so?
Actually, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I could see that.
Yeah, I could see that.
She's like, I can taste the creatine.
Yeah. Ryan Gosling?
Never. No one ever would complain about that.
So passionate.
Sorry.
I knew
Came off a little aggressive there.
I knew Maria was going to be the very first one.
Cillian Murphy? Cillian Murphy?
Who's that again?
The guy from Oppenheimer. He was Scarecrow in that Batman movie years ago. That's where you would know him from. Cillian Murphy? Anybody with Cillian Murphy?
I would say, he looks pretty gross.
Tom Cruise? Anybody?
Possibly.
Blunt.
Anybody?
Which
Tom Cruise? I think she kissed him in Edge of Tomorrow, didn't she? Didn't they share a kiss?
Like younger Tom Cruise? Was he young back then?
No, I was like 15, 12 years ago. Something
Okay,
like
then
that.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say no, not Tom Cruise.
You're not going for Tom Cruise,
No,
huh?
I'm going to say no.
Really? Huh?
Uh-huh.
I think don't Scientologists
Actually,
have their own mints that they chew? I don't know what they taste like.
No, he seems pretty aggressive.
Tom Cruise.
So I'm going to say she probably threw up after Tom Cruise.
Yeah, you think so, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Who else is on the list?
Who else is on? Somebody had said we're wondering if she did a movie with Robert Pattinson, and they brought up Robert Pattinson because didn't Kristen Stewart say that Robert Pattinson was bad in bed? Like she flamed him when they broke up.
Yo, that's terrible.
Right?
Bro, how you gonna do that?
And then remember when they kissed at the MTV Awards, and everybody's like, "Meh."
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely threw up after Robert Pattinson.
You think so? Huh? I don't even know if they made out in a movie or not, but he's on the
She probably just looked at him and was like,
yeah. No takers for Matt Damon, huh?
I don't know. I think Matt Damon would be.
I think he'd be a good
I think he'd be a good kisser, yeah.
Yeah. How much
polite?
How you seem like you put a lot of thought into what it would be like kissing Matt Damon.
Just like knowing their personalities and just
I'm
like
still
what you
trying
see
to wrap
from
my
them.
head around it. You have an answer for everybody.
I'm just trying to,
You're like first one out of the gate.
I'm trying to well, except for
I say Matt Damon. You're like, oh my God, yes.
Seems like a nice guy.
You very much believe too that The Rock would be a great kisser, right?
Well,
you were very quick to defend him.
Yeah, that's my twin right there.
Mocha be first in line.
Oh, shut up, Maria.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tiffany Haddish said that she wanted to have sex with Henry Cavill until she met him.
Oh, yo, what a diss. Wow. Damn, Henry, put it in reverse.
This is the best quote. She goes, I think he's hot, but I met him and it was so awkward. I was like, this would be weird. I should be talking to him about Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe he'd be more comfortable. Or maybe he's just never had a black woman be like, what's up? What's your credit score? Do you like spaghetti? I'll cook for you. Are you afraid of South Central or not?
She's so funny.
But he's still beautiful.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ba-na-na-na-na. Cops out in front of Drake's house yesterday in Toronto, up on the Bridle Path, that really beautiful neighborhood, the most expensive neighborhood in all of the country where the shooting happened. It was a security guard, one of Drake's security guys that I guess hangs out on the driveway 24/7 that got shot. Somebody just drove by, I guess, opened the window like classic drive-by, I guess. I don't know. But here is Toronto police yesterday.
Police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working, apparently, as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
I also heard that they did have video of the car, but it was terrible video. And I was like, how does Drake have that house with that security and not have like
amazing
8K cameras on that wall and at that gate? Like they're relying on apparently like really low grade video of the car. It's crazy to me. This went viral yesterday. This is from Eyewitness News, ABC 7 in New York, covering the Drake House shooting.
Lots of questions tonight about a security guard who was shot outside the mansion of the rapper, I should say, Drake in Toronto.
All right, that happens.
Wow.
That happens.
Yikes.
And a lot of people trying to tie this to the whole Kendrick-Drake beef, but I was reading something, and you tell me if there's any validity to this story,
please.
because
Shem
I don't
and I got
know
into
a lot.
huge conversation about this again yesterday.
But deep down the rabbit hole, the sort of like diehards who really feel that they know what's going on say that this has more to do with Drake and The Weeknd than it does Drake and Kendrick, because a couple of weeks ago, so it was the end of April, where The Weeknd's manager, Cash XO, his house was shot up in California, and one of his security guards got hit. And
that's what the speculation is, that this was just retaliation for that.
And then Drake had dissed The Weeknd. The Weeknd had dissed Drake on one of their songs that he had with Future and Metro Boomin, All to Myself. And then Drake came back with Push-Ups. And so that's the story there, is that a lot of the sort of mainstream are looking at this because it makes a lot of noise. I mean, you know, TMZ and Entertainment Tonight are covering the Drake and Kendrick thing, but nobody's really mainstream talking about the OVO versus EXO fiasco that's going on. And this is less of a East Coast, West Coast thing as more of just a Toronto man's thing.
Yeah, big time.
Right?
Welcome to the streets, Roz. You're in the know, man.
They may need us to step in.
Oh, as like mediators?
As what?
Peacemakers?
As what?
Yeah. No, stop laughing, Marie. I'm from the streets.
Okay, Maury, get Jenna on the phone. Let's find out.
No, she doesn't know about that.
Oh, she doesn't know.
No,
but you need to ask her if you're gonna
what?
go. If you're gonna go take part.
No, I don't.
You don't. Okay.
Mocha does during business hours.
I could do what I want when I want.
Okay.
Whenever.
Okay, cool. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Don't ask me
good.
about that street life. About self-snitch. You're asking too many questions.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, we know Jelly Roll took
love
some
Jelly
time off social media, and his wife kind of got into it and said that he was feeling bad, and people were talking about him being fat, and so he's taking a break from that. However, Jelly Roll got together with Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. I don't know if you knew about this.
No.
Bert and Tom.
He's so funny.
Hosted a 5K
Listen,
run.
I gotta ask you.
Hosted a 5K run called Two Bears 5K, and Jelly took part, and Jelly did 5K.
Amazing! I love that.
Jelly and
Listen, I gotta ask you because you know
Bert.
what's so amazing is this started out as a joke with Tom and Bert, but this became a real motivator for you, huh?
It really did. You know, I was telling, me and Bert got really emotional at the finish line. Whenever I started doing this, I couldn't walk a mile when I started trying to do this back in January. So the fact that we got 3-point whatever it was done today, I feel really, really good about it. I left here feeling really motivated.
I hear you also lost some weight, actually,
I did.
right? How many
Like-
LBs?
Like 50 to 70 some pounds.
Wow,
I got a double
that's
check. Yeah, it was a lot of weight.
That's incredible. How you feeling?
I feel great, man. I'm a little tired.
I bet.
It's a little bit harder than I thought it was, but it's awesome, man.
What I love, Jelly, is that also you're prioritizing your mental health by taking that break from Instagram. So how you feeling right now overall?
Man, I feel incredible. I'm surrounded by friends and family. Me and Bert shared a real tear together coming through the finish line.
Yeah, I said I
It's
wasn't
my
going to cry
first-
anymore, and he
yeah.
got me balling. Then he looks at me and goes, next year, half marathon.
Next year, half marathon. We're saying it now. Absolutely. We're going to do I'm going to speak for them. We're going to do the Two Bears 5K again, but we're going to do a half marathon.
Yo, I love that.
Right?
I am
It's that
so
runner's
happy.
high, though.
So happy for Jelly Roll.
Yeah,
I
and
love that guy.
Bert did it shirtless, of course.
Has to, just like he's on his podcast, right? See? Maria knows that runner's high, right?
Is that runner's high?
Yeah, is that what that is?
Yep.
They actually
Good for
said
Jelly
they actually said runner's high in that interview.
Did he?
I cut that part out.
I,
worry,
you know
I got
what? I got so much love for Jelly Roll. I just
Yeah.
can't listen to his music because it's so sad.
Oh,
But
All of
really?
it's sad.
Yeah, but I want nothing but the best for that guy.
Is it like
Like that
but
one
does he not
song-
have anything in the catalog that doesn't break
I
your
don't-
heart?
Here's the thing: I don't want to risk it. Like he's got that one song with Joyner Lucas from
Save Me?
Yeah.
That one? Oh my God.
Oh no, Save Me is probably the saddest song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, it's like if that comes on when you're driving alone, your hands down crying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Somebody save me.
I can't.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I just found out I was older than Enrique Iglesias.
Oh,
How's that make you feel?
Terrible.
well, that sucks.
I really thought he was older than I am.
But every year you're going to be older than more people.
No, but he just turned 49 today.
Wow.
Congratulations, Enrique Iglesias.
No, I'm not
He looks
clapping
great
for
for
that.
49.
No, I hope he falls and breaks something.
Oh,
what?
Nothing that's going to ruin his life or his career, but
Like
like,
a toe?
an ankle.
Oh, it ain't.
why?
Yeah.
No, but that.
I don't know. I don't. Listen,
Can he just scrape his knee really bad?
scrape his knee?
Okay, can he scrape both knees?
No, I wish more than a boo-boo. Scrape both his knees.
Somebody get me that
on
sound
that
clip,
tour.
please. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway, happy birthday, Enrique Iglesias.
I'm sure he appreciates it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mary Portas, who is a retail consultant and broadcaster, big in the fashion world, was slamming the Met Gala looks, all the designs, as uninspiring and out of touch. And she put this up on Instagram with a few pictures. So she was going on about how everybody misunderstood the theme. So the theme was the Garden of Time. So everybody just went with florals, right? But the actual interpretation and where they got that from is that it's all about waste. So she explains that J.G. Ballard in 1962 wrote a novel called The Garden of Time, which is what this is based on. It's a short story, often seen as a metaphor to, quote, the endless cycle of creation and destruction in society. So everybody just read garden and went with florals, but a few of the designers went with sort of like upcycled, made dresses out of other things, old T-shirts and that kind of thing, which was very on theme. But the problem is that all these stars and their stylists saw garden and went flowers, right? And that's what they did.
Flowers and leaves.
As opposed to completely missing the tie into the environment and all this other stuff.
Which is interesting because Anna Wintour wore flowers.
Yeah.
So she didn't even understand the
No,
theme.
she did not.
And it's her fashion show, right?
So she should have understood the theme.
Yes, exactly. Anyway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know why anybody would want to bring this kind of smoke on themselves, but Jana Kramer, who was, I guess, on One Tree Hill, right? I don't know. Is she famous?
I know Jana Kramer.
Right?
Hold
Okay.
on, man. You've seen a picture of her, right?
Yeah.
Is she funny? She's a comedian, right?
I don't know. Is she?
Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
anyway, go
she
on.
was on One Tree Hill, and she's got a podcast, and I don't know why you would go out of your way, like deliberately go out of your way to ruin weeks, if not months, by just talking crap about Taylor Swift. Not that she shouldn't talk crap about Taylor Swift. Anybody can say anything they want.
Yeah.
But I don't know why you would deliberately go out of your way to just bring that kind of heat into your world. And so here she is more talking about Travis than Taylor, but she really just sort of goes in on them on her podcast.
I'm not saying it's fake. I just
PR.
No, not
okay,
at all.
okay.
I just have my own. He reminds me of my
Mike?
ex.
Oh, we won't say the name. Okay.
Yeah.
He reminds you.
It's okay.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
But it just feels a little corny,
Contrived?
cheesy, like loving the attention. That's just kind of like
Yeah.
from him.
Yeah.
It just feels like he just is loving the attention.
Well, can we do a raise your hand if you've dated a Travis?
I don't know. It's just something about him reminds me of my ex that I just
That's
rubs me the wrong
valid.
way.
I'm going to say something that will definitely get everyone fired up. And I just know it,
hear
but
it.
it's true to what I think. So I feel like she is more emotionally intelligent than that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I'm like, is he fulfilling? And not because he's an athlete or because he plays football.
To me, he's always drunk. Every time I've ever seen a video, he's just always drunk. And I'm like,
Valid.
I hope that she doesn't go on that. Like, it's just, you
Right.
see her, I see her drinking more now because of like the company you keep, right?
Why would you say that?
Also, like,
Why would you say that? Why give yourself that?
Who asked?
yeah, you're clearly still not over your ex.
Clearly. Yeah, you're
If
right.
that's the
You're right.
excuse,
I know.
that you have to bring Travis and Taylor into this to
Because he
still
reminds you of your ex.
to still release those emotions of your ex.
Yeah.
You are down
Yeah,
bad,
you're
girl.
absolutely right about that. But why? Why bring that kind of smoke, right? That is just, oh, God.
You're going to get
Also,
the...
just who cares? Like, if he wants to drink and they want to drink, let him
Yeah,
drink.
I know, but everybody's
Not
got
only, you're going to get the Swifties after you.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if like Travis is like his podcast fans, like the 92%ers are going to go after if they care.
Right.
I mean, she's probably just saying it because she wants more podcasts.
I don't know. I guess. That's a lot of heat, though.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The Hollywood Reporter released a list of what the top show business CEOs make.
Oh no! All right.
Okay, so I'll run it down for you, and I'll give you some insight into a couple of them here. So Ari Emanuel, the guy who runs TKO Endeavor, which is now WWE as well, right?
And UFC.
And UFC. In 2023, that guy made $83.9 million. He's number one on the list. And then you have Ted Sarandos at Netflix with $49.8 million. Then you got David Salves at Warner Brothers with $49.7 million. Then you got Greg Peters, another guy at Netflix with $40.1 million. The Comcast guy is on there. Bob Iger at Disney, $31.6 million.
Bruh.
Reed Hastings, another Netflix guy, 11.3 million. And then you had this guy named Andy Jassy at Amazon, and they have him listed at 1.4 million. But then there's a caption beside it that says, most of Jassy's pay is connected to a 2021 stock grant tied to his elevation to CEO. That grant was valued at 212 million at the time and is now worth closer to 250 million.
That's so depressing. All these people, all these numbers.
Those are big numbers.
So why do they charge us so much?
Because
they need to make the money.
Because you want to know why Netflix charges you so much? Is because they got 5 guys in the top 10 in all of show business who are making all the money.
That is wild.
You're welcome.
How far until we get to you on that list?
Me? Oh, I'm
what? Yo, we're doing something wrong over here.
Yeah.
We got to have conversations.
Yeah, I know. Like,
right?
Realistically, like,
with the amount of stuff that we do,
I know we're not talking in the 83, but we're definitely in the,
the 5 of us need to be like the cast of Friends.
Yes.
Right? You remember when the cast of Friends were like,
no.
What? You don't want to be part of this?
No.
They were a team. They were united.
No.
We go in as a team, and we say,
nope.
There's
to the
no
folks
I
here
in team.
at Rogers.
But
Nope.
there's
Guys.
a me.
Nope.
Shem?
Count me out.
Why?
Nope.
So you
Not
want
for me.
You want to make less than us?
Nope. No, I'm not. I am not down with that at all. Thank you very much. I'm happy the way things are currently. I'm good. I'm
We
good.
go up to the 10th floor today and make our demands.
No, it's all good.
Right?
It's all good.
Fists on the table.
Yeah,
And be like,
go for it.
Yo,
Yes.
Edward?
Yes. Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Do it.
I will not be there.
It
Yeah.
only works
Yeah.
They would
when
listen
the
to you.
Avengers assemble.
No.
Come on!
No.
You don't want to be a part of the Avengers? Let's take out Thanos?
No. Are you kidding me? I want Tony Stark's house. I'm not getting that tied to Maury.
Oh, yeah, facts. Guess what? Guys, plans off. I'm out too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know how influential Kim Kardashian was or what she paid or who she called or whatever, but if you remember on the Roast of Tom Brady, Kim Kardashian came out and got booed. So Netflix has now edited that so she no longer gets booed and goes right into her Kevin Hart joke. So here is how it played out live.
Guys, next for a very special toast, right? This toast has to come from somebody worthy of a moment as such. A special friend and a special lady, Kim Kardashian. Come on.
Starts off okay.
And then they all turn on her, right?
Yeah, listen.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Well, thank you.
Oh, no. Damn.
I know a lot of people make fun of your height.
Ooh. How do you even do that edit, though?
All right.
Right, and then Kevin gets up and he starts trying to calm the crowd down. Whoa.
Yeah.
She reacted to the boos. So when you watch it now, this is what you see.
A special friend and a special lady, Kim Kardashian. Come on.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I know a lot of people make fun of your height, but what people don't know is you're also pretty mean, which makes you the smallest black I've ever seen.
Right? Nothing but laughs.
But did they think that no one was going to notice?
It's weird to me. Like, I understand.
Like, it's already out there. It was out there, like,
was
in
live.
the news.
It was live.
And it was live, yes. And it was covered a lot on Monday.
It's the crazy thing, and where I'm very curious as to who the influential person was in all of this, is that I could understand maybe if the event was something other than a roast. Like, that whole night was designed to kill people.
With
Right?
jokes.
Like it was designed to kill people. And maybe they felt that like booing wasn't in the spirit of it. But like people said some truly awful things on that stage in the spirit of comedy. So to me, it just seems like if you're going to edit something, it seems weird to do it for a
I agree.
roast. But
Also, everybody knew.
No more booing. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Participation, their latest report on kids. It's not good.
Uh-oh.
They got a D+ for overall physical activity. Only
kids.
39% of children between the ages of 5 and 17 are getting the recommended 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous exercise a day. That drops to only 31% for girls compared to 57% for boys. The D+, though, is a slight improvement over the straight up D that they got in 2022. This was when the pandemic restrictions shut down a lot of like organized sports and everything else. So D+ for kids.
These nuts.
No.
Oh, right. Sorry.
No.
Never mind.
Kids.
Sorry. You're right. I apologize.
Guys.
I apologize. Oh, my gosh, guys.
So embarrassing.
I apologize.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Outrage throughout Canada is at an all-time high, and it is especially high in Ontario. It's spiking, this according to the latest Rage Index from Pollara Polling.
There's a Rage Index?
There has been for a while.
Oh, wow.
The poll measures anger and annoyance towards 6 factors: the federal government, your provincial government, the Canadian economy, their personal financial situation, the types of changes that are happening in the country, and the latest stories in the news across the country. Outrage is boiling over. The percentage of Canadians saying that they were, quote, very angry is up 4 points and is now the highest that it has ever been. Affordability, hefty grocery bills, high interest rates. These are all factors. In Ontario, they are like over the top outraged. Ontario has overthrown Alberta, taking the crown for the most rage-filled people in the country. Right?
Yeah, I can
Full
see
of
that.
rage.
We got one working with us right here.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Bruh.
I'm pleasant.
Okay.
What's the matter? I'm pleasant.
You are
I don't know
full
about
of
rage. I'd say more sad.
No.
No, not sad.
No, not sad.
I'm pleasant.
Definitely
Rage
more
for
grumpy
sure.
and ragey. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
To this day. To this day.
People love being around me.
Name one.
Right? People
Oh, who, your imaginary friends, Frank and Carl?
Yeah.
Okay.
They very much enjoy my company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. People like being around me. There's a lot of people. Text right now if you want to be around me.
Oh, you sure you want to do that?
No. No, actually, I take that back. I don't want to see anybody.
Texts are awfully quiet right now. Usually whenever we say, yo, Flaming Romo, start texting.
Yeah.
It's like almost immediate.
Can I just say I'm going through this in my head now? Like if it was flipped and somebody came to me from this station and said, "Hey, guess what you have to do this afternoon?" and I'm like, "What?" and they were like, "Hang out with a bunch of people," I'd be like, "Whoa."
Yeah. See? See?
Don't
To this
text.
day. To this day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The wheels fell off the Edmonton Oilers last night.
Oh, my God. What a game.
Vancouver came back to score 3 goals in the third period to win 5-4. Oh, my God. What a crusher. Toronto took game 1 over Minnesota in the PWHL. First playoff win, first playoff series.
Yo,
They
big
are
up
now
Natalie Spooner.
Keeping it out, but now Natalie Spooner shoots. She scores. Super Spooner.
And I don't know if you saw this in the Boston-Florida game, but David Pastrnak and Matthew Tkachuk fought. Mm-hmm. And you see Pastrnak go over to the bench. They were losing like 6-1. And you see him go over to the bench and ask the coach. He's like, I'm going to do this. Because he's like a star, right? Mm-hmm. So they fought. And they literally tried to kill each other when they fought. Like it wasn't a pretty fight, but they were like trying to murder one another. Mm-hmm. That one fight with those two guys, like this is what you don't see, especially in the playoffs. That one fight between those two guys had a $20.75 million cap hit.
Oh my God!
When you ask,
that's a lot of dollars,
right?
Yeah, I can't
Right?
afford to lose either of them.
Right? Two guys, that one fight, $20.75 million cap hit. That's crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New details on The Office, sort of like reboot, spinoff, whatever it's going to be. I know a lot of people had hesitations about this because they were like, please don't mess with The Office, don't make a reboot, and they are not. It has officially been ordered to series over at Peacock. It is going to take place in the same universe as The Office. So it's that same documentary crew who are on to their next Office, which is a Midwestern small-town newspaper.
Okay, so still in the paper family.
Who is relying on volunteer reporters to cover the news.
Okay.
The two stars are going to be Donald Gleason, who is a redheaded guy. He was in one of my favorite movies, About Time.
Donald Gleason.
No, it's spelled Domhnall, Irish guy. You'll know him to see him.
Oh, Domhnall.
Yeah, Donald Gleason.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And then the other star that they've announced is Sabrina Impacciatori, who was in the breakout star of season 2 of White Lotus.
Impacciatori. Oh yeah, she was the manager of the hotel.
Yes.
Yeah, I like her.
So they're the ones that are leading the cast right now. But it seems very much like the setting of Afterlife, that other Ricky Gervais show that he did, because that all took place at a small town newspaper.
He was in Black Mirror.
Oh, yes. Yeah, he was in one of the episodes of Black Mirror. Which episode was he in?
He was in Black Mirror like 2011 till 2023, so he's been in many episodes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's so they're not ruining the legacy of The Office.
Okay, good.
It's the same videographer crew, documentary crew. They've just found a small town newspaper in the Dunder Mifflin universe.
Okay, I love it. I'm here for it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
David Beckham on with Jimmy Kimmel last night talking about that. There was that video of Victoria Beckham's 50th birthday party where the Spice Girls were basically like lip syncing to one of their songs. They weren't really singing.
The headlines were like, only reunited.
Yeah, I know.
Well, they were together.
So here is David talking about how that all happened.
Your wife, most people I would presume know, is Victoria, who's from the Spice Girls. I mentioned in your introduction that she had a birthday party, and you put this together?
Big one, yeah, I did put it together.
Well, I think we have a video here of what happened at the birthday party. How long had it been since they sang together?
It's actually been like 12 years since they did the Olympics in the UK, but over 15 years since they actually were on the stage together. So obviously having them all there that night, and I didn't expect them to all get up on stage, but I had a whole video planned where me and my kids recreated the Mama video.
Oh, really?
So my son, who plays the guitar and sings, had a song and he sang Mama, and then all of a sudden, all the girls got up, and I was like, and I'm their biggest fan. You know, I tend to not tell my wife that because, you know, I tend to tell her that I fancied her but she was a Spice Girl. So, you know, I love that about her.
Yeah,
so,
sure. I'm sure she loved the fact that you were on a team too,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, David.
Okay,
Aww.
so he said that his kid plays guitar, and the kid had a thing planned where he was going to go up and he was going to sing Mama. They were going to do this thing, right? So that one video of the Spice Girls, they're just lip syncing to their own track. That's the one that went crazy. But there's also a video where their son is playing guitar and the Spice Girls are on that tiny little stage in front of a microphone actually singing together.
Oh, how did this not?
I don't know.
Blow up.
So here's that.
They're actually singing. Yeah. This should have been the headline that they reunited to perform this song.
Shem, you're dying. You're dying right now,
I would
Shem.
say I can understand why they didn't
have
that one go out.
Yeah, they're a little off, but I mean, they don't have anything.
Were they ever not off?
Yeah, but that's why, you know,
Right?
the video
That's
that went viral.
That's why it's the Spice Girls were great. Anyway, I thought that was great. Well, you guys buzzkills.
No, I thought it was great.
Oh, sure.
What? Hey.
Whatever.
David Beckham's awesome, by the way.
Really? Why?
Because what is such a good husband?
Uh-huh.
I need to find me a David Beckham.
Yeah.
One that looks like him too.
Oh God! Find you a soccer star then.
I'm done.
Find you a soccer star then, Maria.
Yeah. Okay.
I like how for one quick second you thought that you just were looking for character of an individual.
Yeah, I think he's a great guy. He's
Yeah, I
funny.
know,
He's
I know.
witty.
But
he looks good in his Calvins.
He looks good at anything.
But
The
Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, here's Donna Kelsey talking to Martha Stewart. I guess Martha Stewart was asked to not bring up Taylor Swift, but hey, she's Martha Stewart.
I know I was begged not to mention Taylor Swift, but I just want to say you always looked so great with her in the box when she was at the games with you. And she's lovely. I've met her and she's lovely. So good luck with that, because that is some situation.
Yeah, well, you never know. Time will tell, but I know that, they're both friendly, they're both generous, they're both loving, they're both caring individuals.
Good answer.
Right?
My queen getting the answers.
Yeah. I was begged not to, but guess what? I'm Martha friggin' Stewart.
Come on, Scoop.
Tell me what to do. Spend time in the joint.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, this is a heartbreaking headline. Let me read you this from People Magazine. Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, Shawnee, says she's not sure she ever loved him. And Shaq says, I understand.
What?
So Shawnee released her memoir where in the book she talks about how she didn't really know if she was ever in love with him. She was in love with the idea of having a family and everything that sort of came with that, but she wasn't sure if she actually loved him. So they got together in the 90s. It ended in 2009 when she filed for divorce because of all the infidelity. They got 4 children together. So after all of this stuff where she says that she didn't know if she really loved him, Shaq posted, and the caption was, "Trust me, I get it." And then he wrote, "I understand. I wouldn't have loved me either.
Oh, damn,
Wishing
Shaq.
you all the best. All love, Shaq."
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's sad.
All up in his feelings.
He was...
Oh, cheater McCheaters then.
Cheater.
Yeah.
You know, all these years later, you're like, oh, poor Shaq. But at the time...
Yeah, he was out there.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
he was out there and never came back.
He's in the streets permanently.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah. I was in the streets doing street things. Right?
Anyway, that's a heartbreaking headline. There you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
New details are emerging in the shooting investigation out in front of Drake's house, his mansion on the Bridle Path. The security firm that does all his security work for him, called Jungle Line Security, they're the ones who operate outside the mansion, I guess, travel with Drake. They present themselves as, quote, Canada's #1 security provider. But the firm itself doesn't appear to have any sort of website. And then the CBC started digging around and they obtained transportation records that show the license plate on the company's vehicle is registered to Aubrey D. Graham.
Oh, no. So it's a fake firm?
So it's Drake's car. And then the only person listed in the firm's public profile is Drake's buddy Chubbs.
Oh, no.
So, I mean, we all know this, right? In that game, they hire their dudes.
Yeah, it's
you
just
know?
the man. It's
Like,
just the friggin' man, damn.
yes, like hire security.
Like, yo, you want to be my security guard? Here, let's create this
Yeah,
thing.
like just hire real security guards. Damn. Like not your dudes. Like just hang with your dudes.
Sure.
Right? And is it like a trust thing? They don't want to.
I bet you it's trust.
Totally trusting. Totally.
But okay, so this is what happens though, right?
Yeah, and the next thing you know, show up at your house.
Yeah, like just hire proper security. Drake's mom's gonna freak out when she finds out that it's his dudes.
So embarrassing.
Driving his car.
Yeah.
Right? Hire security, man. Okay? It's not a joke. Hire actual security guards. I'm sure your friends are fine, but hang with them. Kick it. Just invite them in. Don't make them stand on the driveway.
You got that basketball court? Just
right? Yes.
play a game.
Guys, let's just come on in and chill. Don't worry. The
The
firm's
next
out
thing you know,
there.
they're standing outside. A car drives by, and
Yeah, it's not good. Anyway, I think that guy's still in critical condition, too. The security guard that got shot.
Wasn't there also an intruder yesterday?
Yeah, and then somebody else got arrested, but that didn't have anything to do with
And then he posted a weird story.
What did he say? I didn't want.
He posted a movie clip. But
Which
it was
movie?
basically, I don't know what the movie's called.
Oh.
But it was basically the scene of some guy like lying dead on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, when you die, is anyone going to remember you? But when I die, everyone's going to have all these memories of me. So I think it was like a subtle subtweet. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Anyways, a little much.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Piers Morgan teased a world exclusive interview, which will be on later this afternoon Eastern time, with the real life Martha from Baby Reindeer.
Oh, God.
He says the real life Martha from Baby Reindeer breaks cover and gives me her first TV interview about the smash hit Netflix show. Fiona Harvey wants to have her say and set the record straight. Is she a psycho stalker? Is what Piers Morgan wrote. And this comes right after Baby Reindeer came up during a UK Parliament hearing when Netflix's policy chief, a guy named Benjamin King, was there. And he told lawmakers that Netflix and the producers took, quote, every reasonable precaution to disguise the identities of the people who inspired the story. If you remember, Fiona is accused of sending the main guy, his real life story, over 41,000 emails, 744 tweets, 100 pages of letters, and 350 hours of voicemails over the course of, I think, 5 or 6 years. So that'll be on Piers Morgan. Looking forward to that. Here's a little clip.
First of all, why have you decided to go public? When did you know that you were the person being depicted? He says the whole thing started because he felt sorry for you. Have you ever been to prison? What do you feel about Richard Gere? You think he's mentally unwell? Did you ever turn up at his house? Would you accept that someone who did that would be very obsessive about something? Here's the thing, I don't know the truth. You do. You look down the barrel of that camera. To people who still doubt you, what do you say to them?
Wow.
Mocha, have you watched it yet?
No, I refuse to.
Yeah. It's a tough watch.
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to bring that into your life, I don't think.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton are getting back together to do another reality TV show.
Uh-oh.
So if you remember, The Simple Life was on between 2003 and 2007. The premise for this series has not yet been revealed, though production sources did say that it is not going to be a copy of The Simple Life, nor will it have the same name. Apparently, Paris and Nicole have already sold their pitch to a streamer after reportedly talking about the project for months and trying to figure out ideas on how they could make it work together again. The show is still in very early development and nothing has been shot as of yet. So
Would it be about like them like raising their kids maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they're both sort of like very, very different people.
Totally.
Nicole is like she's built this like fashion empire and stuff now, right? And Paris is level-headed and she had the documentary and people learned a whole lot more about her. And I don't think they're hated like they used to be. And I think that this is kind of an opportunity maybe for them to jointly kind of right that wrong that was The Simple Life, right? Because as your kids get older, like that's still there. And you can try and explain away The Simple Life. And it wasn't really us and we were just having fun, but they were awful people on The Simple Life. Awful people.
What if it's titled
on The Simple Life?
Paris and Nicole.
Yes.
The Real Life.
Oh.
Oh, I like that.
No.
Right?
Nah, let's leave. No.
Okay, how about this?
Yes.
Paris and Nicole.
Okay, hit me.
The Mom Life.
I like The Real Life better.
Get one more.
Oh,
Go one more.
Paris and Nicole.
Yes.
We're still richer than you.
Yeah, man.
These sound like my damn deep dive sign-offs.
Yeah.
Just bad.
Oh,
yeah. Go
one more.
Hit me. Come on now.
Paris and Nicole.
Yes. Period. Right? Or no?
Exclamation mark.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh, excuse me. Well, hit me with that one more time.
Paris and Nicole. Exclamation mark.
Okay. Do you say exclamation?
Exclamation mark.
Okay. I didn't know. It just sounded like exclamation.
Bro, you need readers for your ears.
You can't talk.
I can speak. You can't hear.
I need ears? Yeah.
Exclamation mark.
I probably do.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.